Hi, is anybody on?
This is the password.
My mouse. Where's my mouse? I'm so
It doesn't seem like anybody else is on just yet.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I
Can
don't
you
think
hear
there's
us?
anybody. I can hear you guys. Yeah, there's nobody that's on that's yet. No, it's just us so far. So we just give it a
Yeah,
couple.
I mean, we didn't think. I mean, for the past couple of
Can
meetings.
she see? Hi. Can you see me?
I can see you. Yes, I can see you. What were you
So
saying,
the past
Amy?
couple. Of,
Huh?
Amy. Amy was saying something. You were saying.
oh no, I'm just saying for the past couple of meetings, it's just been Alicia and myself. So we didn't think anybody would be joining, but
Where's the mic?
obviously. Oops,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Let me try this.
Microphone.
No, the computer's charged. My phone, but I need a wireless charger for my phone too.
Okay, so
So let me
well, it's not time yet though, is it?
No, but I want to use the internet. So, but it's just
Hi, how you
there.
doing?
See, it's like I can't see.
Yeah.
So here
Yeah.
is
Yeah. I tried to activate
network.
the
So do I don't.
video.
So here you
Kali.
wanna so find your thing and put your password in.
I don't know how to do. That's a
So
hotspot. No.
oh no, where do you see you around here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here it
so
is.
and then I'll tell you to put in the password
And
next, and then you can type in the password.
Oh,
No capitals.
2 7 no 7 5 2 9 1. Okay.
And then
Should be next, right?
so annoying. I can't.
Okay. There you go. Oh, and congratulations for being reappointed.
I know. I saw that. Well, I was wondering about the what do you call it? The so who appoints you? So I guess I was the
You
borough
were
president,
reappointed by the borough
and
president.
then so Diana Richardson gets some. Who's 41? There's 41, 40, and 35.
Um,
I guess
40.
one
Well, no, it's all city council.
Alika Samuel. Alika Samuel.
Alika Samuel, right?
is 41. Yeah, and then I thought there was 40 too. There seemed
Second,
to be.
everybody.
Okay, so you're connected. So you get ahead.
Okay, so we'll get rid of this. That sign in.
So she's trying to connect to the big computer.
So we'll be able
Yeah,
to
we
have
noticed that Carmen Martinez is not on the community board any longer.
Really? Was she
Oh.
getting reappointed or no? Or was she I mean cuz I didn't see what do you call its name? Alejandra? Okay, I think I remember this.
No,
Lowercase
Alejandra has
Yeah,
2 years.
that's what I say. So T6.
I can't hear him. He must be talking on the phone.
Okay. I never forgot that. I took a screenshot.
Oh, the password.
Right now. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
I can see.
What is this?
Oh, that's you connected.
Oh, good. My camera's working. So what is this? We need that.
Okay, so there you go.
Here's the password.
Oh, somehow you're connected to your phone.
Let's see. No, because I didn't think I could broadcast. So I brought both. I logged into both because I couldn't get my video to work in my apartment, so I took my phone.
Right.
So, oh,
Do you have it in your email?
I have it right here.
Oh,
I was copying and pasting.
it's not working.
Grab it. That should be the password. Copy it and paste.
Yeah, because that's the only way you're gonna do it.
See? Okay.
Um,
It's all right.
Khalif,
So let me
what's the
just read it.
password?
Let me just
The
do it.
password for this session.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Hold on 1 second.
B A B capital K capital G-T-W.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Huh?
Put it in the chat.
C-A-D-K.
Yeah, if you, he's gonna enter it into the chat.
G-T-W.
No. So look into the chat. He has it in the chat.
I would see it.
Did you put it into the chat?
You just did.
Wait, here's chat, sorry.
Okay. There it is. That's why that's, well,
Here,
yeah, we'll
here.
just copy and paste it again.
Save. It's asking for the password, right? My email is my personal email, correct? Khalid,
I'm sorry,
my
Amy.
personal email, it's not my work email, right?
What are you talking about in terms of what?
It's not, you've entered an incorrect email or password. I'm copying and pasting the password. So, I have,
Are you trying to log into your personal account? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
oh, I guess we're in anyway. So maybe
Yeah,
that's,
I mean, it's okay. I think
So if you're logging into your personal account, you have to have, your own username and password. This password and the meeting number is just to access this meeting. It's not like your own account password or anything like that.
yeah, can you make it?
Okay, we're good.
Okay. What's that? What's that?
So we can,
Whoa. You're getting feedback from the phone.
so we can mute here.
You know what you could do?
All I have to do is mute here and speak. Can you hear us, Khalid?
Can you hear us? Khalid, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so we'll just speak through the
Or I could turn the volume off on the phone since we're.
yeah, well, why don't we turn the volume off on the phone and then
And let's see, but I don't know if he can hear us through the computer.
well, let's find out.
So, Khalid, we're on the computer. Okay. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yeah. But there's feedback in your maybe the phone. I can't hear you from here. No, I can't hear you.
We'll have to speak to the phone, but we see you visually on the where's the
Yeah,
camera?
yeah.
So there.
So we see visually, but can you speak now, Khalid, so we could just see if we can hear you?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Are you speaking?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
A little.
Little bit. Do you have a mic or?
Yeah, the mic is built into the laptop, but it's at its max. High max.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is it 7 yet?
6:56. You can start whenever. I mean, you can start at 7 or after
So
7.
we can start at 7, just to make sure.
Did you? It was like one item on the agenda. It was more about feedback and some stuff. And that
yeah,
was the only thing that was on the agenda for today.
Yeah, I think that Fred had mentioned that he wanted the committee to just talk about what they've done. And I was thinking that all of the work that you've done, like if you put it into a format, remember you had submitted all of the idea of a forum and
Yeah.
and everything. I think you should put that all in a PDF file and say this is what the committee has done and this is what, so that the next chair can just pick that up and keep rolling.
All right.
You
Yeah.
know?
So that's what to do for me.
Right. Because then that way we can.
Together.
Oh well, we'll wait until the meeting starts. So we can start.
So, yeah.
How are you doing, Khalid?
All right.
Hello?
Doing okay.
You're doing okay. Okay, good.
So what was the skinny on Carmen? So she was up for reappointment. She didn't have a 2-year thing. She was up for reappointment.
So, Matthew Jean, he's term limited. His term is almost up as council member. He's the one that has appointed Carmen and others in the past. So he has not submitted his recommendations up until this point. So we're waiting for correspondence from Borough Hall to see what's the status, because we're short nine board members from the full 15.
Yeah, so the vacancies were the ones that he would normally have submitted. There was like
Well,
about 4 or 5 vacancies.
I think he has 6 slots.
I thought I saw it could be 6, but it's definitely more than 5. I thought I saw 9. I haven't looked at the document recently, but I think there were 9 vacancies. I thought they were all from Matthew Jean's. I had to
It's possible. What happened is we had filed a lawsuit against Borough President Eric Adams for appointing her in the first place because he violated the city charter when he did so. So in order to fix that, the next go around, he didn't recommend her. He had her work through Matthew Dean's office to get the appointment. And so that way he wouldn't be in violation. And so she can't be, right now she has to come through Matthew Eugene's recommendations, and Matthew Eugene has not submitted his recommendations, so she's not on the board.
Right now, you're right, exactly. We're just waiting for Borough Hall to see what happens in terms of Matthew Eugene's recommendations, and what will happen from there.
Okay, we know it's 7 o'clock because the noise is starting.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right. Well,
so we'll have to wait until.
Yeah, let's give this moment to the essential workers.
I had my little grandson over, and he was just yelling. He
Oh
loved
yeah,
it.
yeah, like opportunity to loud and. Khalid, you're in New Jersey?
No, I'm in Brooklyn. If you're talking, our call is we're linked up with a Google Voice number, which is a Jersey number, temporarily.
Nobody does this in my block. Ebbets Field. Everywhere else.
Oh, they do it in Ebbets Field too?
Yeah. So the mower's usually over there around 7 o'clock.
Nobody in your block is taking it up. What block you on? Montgomery, right?
Between over 2 blocks. Rogers and
yeah, my neighbors, they walk down the block carrying on. You see them right now, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was at first. Oh, wow.
She even wants to continue to do it even after the virus is over.
Yeah, just an excuse.
Yeah.
But the Ebbets Fields usually lasts about a minute or 2, not that long. Beverly, is she reappointed or was she up for reappointment?
Yeah, she's reappointed. She's like you. She's doing another 2 years. And you're getting Suki.
Wasn't she on the board?
No, she never was on the board. She's always been trying to get on the board.
Really? Yeah, no, because she was always an active participant.
She was always, but they didn't really like her because she kind of has like her own personal agenda, and she really, I don't know, she just doesn't mesh well with people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the powers that be didn't really want it, but I guess she's probably agreed to. She wants to follow the code, wanting to rezone. So we'll see how well that works.
We have feedback again?
I'm just waiting. Somebody called.
Got another one?
Yeah, there's a call in.
Hi, did somebody join?
Yes.
Hey, who is this, Martina?
No, this is Latoya from Assemblyman Mosley's office.
Oh, hey, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're outside right now. We're on a stoop, and it's 7 o'clock. So we're listening to the tribute to the essential workers. So as soon as it comes,
Okay.
we'll start talking.
Okay.
Were you able to, it's a very brief agenda. Did you look at the agenda that I think was in the attached email?
I didn't receive the email. I have searched for the event online.
Oh, okay.
I can put the agenda in the chat. Oh wait, but are you calling in, Miss? You're calling in, so you probably won't be able to
Yes.
see that. Okay. I'll put the agenda items in the chat. Hold on one second, and then Amy, you can read them out.
And then there's another. What's your name, ma'am?
Latoya Hart.
Latoya Hart. And you're calling on behalf of Assembly Mosley?
Correct.
You are aware that this is an environmental committee meeting?
Yes. Yes.
And we've had very conflicting statements about Assembly Mosley's position regarding the environmental issue with the 960 Franklin Avenue rezoning proposal. Would you like to clarify his position with that regarding the environmental consequences? Especially since the state has a mandated environmental quality review act that the city must to, and so it does fall under the state's domain. Mental issues. So I just wanted to find out what was his position.
Before any, hold up, just sorry, Latoya, 1 second. So I just want to say, since I'm on the board, that I have a potential conflict of interest on this topic. I'm not going to participate in this topic. I'm furloughed, but have a part-time position with the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. So I'm putting that out there. I'm not going to discuss this.
But this does not prevent the rest of the people in the committee from discussing this issue. So, Miss, what's your name again? Latoya.
Miss Latoya, yes. I'm not sure where he is at the moment, as in the status. That would be for our community liaison, Lucian Allen, that I can get as much information that I can from him for you, and then I can follow up with you.
And I'm a little confused about why you're attending the meeting if you are not the liaison and not going to talk about environmental consequences in our community at an environmental committee.
I understand completely. All I can do is get whatever questions you have, because there's a lot of virtual events and community events that are going on that we're all trying to participate and get information for on behalf of the Assembly. So all I can do at the moment is get your questions and pass them off and have Mr. Allen get back to you.
Well, fat chance that's going to happen, but you know, I just think that it's a little disingenuous for you guys to show up at meetings supposed to be representing an elected official and then tell us that you don't know anything about the elected official's position or anything about the subject matter. So my position is, why bother coming? Just so that you can say you're here? Okay. So,
no, I just want to know like what information you need that I can follow up and get that information to you.
Well, the information that we need is whether or not, what is the Assemblyman's position on the 960 Franklin Avenue zoning in relationship to the environmental consequences that will be post development.
Okay.
That's what we would like, if you don't mind.
Okay, so that's fine. That's definitely fine. Now, who can I direct these answers to? If you have an email address, that would help.
Khalif, do you have my email? Can you put it into the chat? info@mtop.org. Khalif? Khalif, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was muted. Info at mtopp.org.
Correct.
Okay, I posted in. It's in the chat, Latoya, if you can see it.
Latoya, what is your last name? Sorry, I missed your last name.
Hart, H-A-R-T.
H-A-R-T. And you're from Assemblyman Samuel's office?
No, Walter Mosley.
Mosley.
Oh, Mosley. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few people on the phone, so I just want to. This is Amy Pinkerton. I'm the chair of the committee. We have Alicia Boyd right next to me. We have Khalid. Sorry, Khalid, I'm blanking on your last name right now. From the Khalid from the CB9 office, kind of managing the technology here. We have Latoya Hart from Assemblyman Walter Mosley's office, and then who else? Who's FT? Do we have another joiner?
Fernanda Chini, hello? Can you hear us?
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Fernanda. Sustainability professional, and I've just moved to Prospect Leffert Gardens. So when I learned about the meeting, I just wanted to join to get to know what's going on in the neighborhood.
Okay, that's very nice of you. I hope you come to some of the community board meetings, the general meetings. I think we had the last one, I think, of this program year is Khalid, what's the date? It's the 27th. It's
June 23rd is the last one for this year. Yes.
Fernanda, they take off July and August normally, and then it picks up again in September. This is the environmental committee, and this meeting, this is our last one of the. We had called this meeting basically as a debrief and kind of a wrap up. So since you're new, I could just briefly say, well, I don't know if you were connected. Did you hear my disclosure about the Botanic Gardens?
No.
Say it one more time. I'm the chair of this committee, but I do have a potential conflict. I have accepted a part in Brooklyn. Khalid, I think you need to mute your phone.
Everybody.
Okay. And so I have a potential conflict that I have to say before anything, and you should probably, as a new community member, one of the things you should inform yourself about, and actually our community committee member, Alicia Boyd, is very knowledgeable about this. She has her own organization that does a lot of community involvement. But as you know, that Crown Heights, Brooklyn, a lot of neighborhoods are experiencing tremendous redevelopment and growth. And there's a city process in play. Are you familiar with New York City? Are you new to New York City or just new to the neighborhood?
Yes. About a year ago.
Like all good cities, there's a lot of bureaucracies, a lot of planning, there's a lot of layers. New York City development is particularly complex. There's a lot of procedural things that people have to go through, developers, the city government, et cetera, et cetera. There's a component apparently for the community to have some input. This is a very hard thing to actually endeavor to do. You have to pay attention completely to timetables, to meetings, to a lot of stuff that you're not familiar with. So you would probably do yourself a good favor and get some background on, just look up development, Crown Heights development. There's a couple of corridors in the neighborhood, and there's a particular project that if you look up, just do Crown Heights development, and you'll see a lot of information come up. And offline, you could probably touch base with. It's in the chat. I don't know if you have your chat open.
Yeah.
There's the MPOP organization that Alicia runs, and there's a lot of information there. You could go to her website, and she could fill you in. But so I would do that, and then I'll just launch into that. This year we had spent. This is my first committee chairing and my second year on the board, and it's the first time I was actually involved with trying to, besides voting on measures that had come before the board. You know, you do that a lot in the general meetings. But so we early on, I think our first meeting was in September, and we met every month. And early on, we wanted to decide what we could do, what was the best thing that a committee can do for our community. And it was basically maybe not stake out an individual position, but to find out information that's important for the community to know and make sure it gets out in front of the community so they can make informed decisions, they can ask informed questions, they can actually get involved at a level that they feel comfortable with. And so to do this, we wanted to have a forum. Basically, that's the name we applied to it, but it was just a gathering. We were going to get speakers. We were going to pick a topic that was a button topic, and try to be fair as far as presenting information, but we definitely wanted to get the community engaged. And this goes back to my original statement that having community involved in development in New York City is, you have to pay attention. You know, you have to show up at one meeting that's going to be held, and you have to be prepared. And if you miss it, then boom, it's just flew right by you, and it's too late. So we picked a particular project, and you know, luckily there was a practice hand at developing community events, and you know, we were rolling along. We had the speakers. Meeting once a month is challenging, but come January or February, we were all set to go basically for a March forum. And of course, our timetable overlapped basically or hit head on with this COVID-19. By the time we hit mid-March, we had rescheduled our meeting forum to the end of March, and literally the week before, it was just a no-go. So unfortunately, this year we weren't able to finish what we try to accomplish. However, silver lining is all things were put on hold. So what we wanted to bring before the public, we had a very tight deadline because the city development process was rolling along full steam. But fortunately, that was put on hold. So there's still opportunity to bring this up sometime during the year. Hopefully, maybe next year, maybe not myself, but somebody else. So that was it was a learning experience for me. It was good. This is a very small committee. I was told when I was asked by the board whether I'd be interested in chairing it that it's very quiet. There's small interest. You know, there's a lot of big ticket committees that seem to garner a lot of community attention, that being ULURP, and ULURP, ULURP is the shorthand for the city city development process. That was what I was talking about, where there's a complex layering of procedural things that people have to go through in order to get development pushed through. So it's the ULURP process, and there's a ULURP committee that a lot of people go to. It's a transportation committee, there's this health and safety committee, there's a youth committee, and then there's the quiet environmental. So we had one big focus this year. We made strong headway, but it didn't come to fruition because of out of our control. Okay, so I'll let my colleague. Oh, hey, is that? Oh, I think you were Becky, but just.
one of the things that the committee is supposed to do is look at environmental consequences because of the environmental impact. One of the things that the city has to do as a prerequisite before they can certify an application for rezoning is they have to look at environmental consequences of a potential development project. And one of our major concerns was the 960 Franklin Avenue one, which is supposed to be the largest residential complex in Brooklyn, being planned right along the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens. And if you know anything, if you're in the neighborhood, you should have seen a lot of the signs on BBG that said "Site, fight for sunlight." So that
I
was.
went to one of the audiences. Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I went to one of the audiences with Judge.
Oh, okay. Well, but okay. So you went to one of the lawsuits. Okay, so then you know me.
Yeah, I was looking at you and wondering. I think I saw her before.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Do you have a wireless charger by any chance? All right. So we might lose our video.
Okay, so let
get
me
your phone and dial it.
I'm sorry. What I can do is what is this?
Just get a phone and
This is an Apple?
No, this is a Samsung, but my connector is broken. I need a wireless charger. I have it at home.
You need a wireless charger.
But if you have a phone, you could call in. We might just lose our video though.
Okay.
No, I think our video will work. We just need to hear on the phone. So a little bit of technical issue here. My battery is not going to last very much longer, so we're going to dial in another device. I'm connected by a computer, so you may still see us, but we just need to get the audio. It's Fernanda. Did I get your name right? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anybody besides Khalid and Fernanda and Latoya on the phone? Okay, Fernanda, we have about 3 other community members that were at one time active. This COVID thing had laid low a lot of people, so I didn't know if there was another committee member on the phone, but. You have any particular interest? Oh, here.
Okay. So just to continue.
Oh.
So what is the number?
Yeah, let me get it up here. 6-992-2010. Your code?
Where's the access code?
Here.
Meeting number.
Okay, so
714-231-70. Hello? Okay, so we're good. So just to finish up, so what we were going to do, we were planning on doing a forum that would address the environmental consequences of that major. You were attending the lawsuit for smaller development along BBG where they did not do an environmental impact. That's why it was filed the lawsuit. But with the big one, what we call the monster, they were going to do it. They did do an environmental impact statement, and we were going to then educate people about consequences and what it means and how they can participate in the process. But as Amy said,
Alicia, can you hear me? Alicia.
We hope at this point, um, Amy gathers all of the work that we've already done, because we've already done everything already. We have the presenters, we have, we're going to talk about, we have matter, and just hopefully just pick it up in September and then run with it and hopefully have something in the fall about this issue. Right now, what we do know is that that particular development, however, has been delayed. They have taken it off the table. We don't know if that's because of the COVID-19 or because of a memo that we received and got from the Parks Department stating that development would cause harm. I don't know if it's that or if it's just COVID-19. But I would make the assumption that they will be coming back with that application, so we need to be prepared.
Alicia, you're going to have to speak closer to the phone next time, okay?
What happened? Say that again?
Speak closer to the phone, closer to the phone.
I got it. Can you hear me now?
That's much better, yeah, because your voice gets carried away by the wind, I think.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's much better.
I hope everybody got that. Do you want me to say it again?
I don't know.
Okay, so just in a nutshell, right now, the 960 Franklin Avenue project has been delayed. They have taken it off the table. We don't know if that's because of the COVID-19 or because of a memo that we were able to obtain from the Parks Department that stated that the development would be harmful to the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens, which is like a smoking gun, because within the environmental arena, a government agency saying that a project is going to be harmful to a public sensitive, a light sensitive area is a lot. And it's hard for them to ignore that, and courts normally will not allow that kind of impact to happen onto a public sensitive garden. So it's a major win for us to get that memo from the Parks Department, but we don't know what they're planning on doing. But right now it has been put off the table. It's not being considered.
Thank you, Alicia.
And we would like all of the work that we've already done in preparation for the forum. We plan on, Amy is going to have a complete packet and then give it to the new chair, whoever the new chair is, and hopefully pick right up in September or October, whenever the first meeting is, with still doing a forum, because it's important for the community to understand what environmental impacts are, and also the fact that other projects would probably also be on the agenda in our community.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's just you and us. Is there anything that you bring to the environmental group next year, or would you be interested in, joining the committee next year? And do you have any ideas of where you'd like to see us go?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you very well.
Amy, speak directly into the phone. Yeah.
I'm just saying that because my phone is dying. So I was just saying that I'm not sure where you came from, but if you had a particular interest in an environmental committee, and if you had anything in particular, maybe about Brooklyn or New York City, that you'd like to see a committee of this sort follow up on, or investigate, or kind of poke around in.
Are you asking me that?
Oh, I'm kind of asking you because it's just Alicia, you and I.
Yeah. I'm particularly interested because I am a communication sustainability professional, and I also find it important to engage with my own neighborhood. So So by now I'm here to learn. Maybe in the future I can support.
Okay, and then we have a new joiner on the phone. You wanna introduce yourself?
I can't hear you, sorry.
Hi. Yeah, hi. This is Margaret. I've been on the call for the last 15 minutes just as a call-in user, and I just added the video. Yeah, I joined. Basically, what I'm trying to do is trying to get more open streets. This summer, presumably the playgrounds aren't going to open for a while, and we just need more space, right? We need more space for scooters. You can hear my little scooter right here. Yeah, come on. And yeah, I mean, the closest, I'm at Carroll between Bedford and Rogers, and the closest, opens, the city has the Open Streets program, and the closest one is like New York Ave and St. John's or something. I mean, it's half a mile away. So I didn't really know, I've seen the office, yeah, so anyway, so I just wanted to, see if this was the right place to be at. And if not, then thought there'd be some involved people who could point me in the right direction.
Well, I'm glad that you're mentioning that, because I was at the transportation committee meeting, because that's a transportation initiative, the Open Street. And one of the things that a lot of the presenters and the chair and the other people were stating, that if you do want to put your street in as a possible open street, it's first important to talk to your block association. If you do have a block association, that's the first place to go to. It's like, go to your block association, find out if your neighbors are comfortable with that, and then if you can get them to join in, you get them to sign on. You can get them, you can get them to, the person, the chair of the block association. You want to make sure there's a signature, maybe do a little petition, and get them to sign on to that. And then you want to then present it as a possibility for the open street to the Department of Transportation. And then that way, then they will vet it. They will see if it is appropriate. There are certain conditions that they do have about it, and they will have to see if your student complies with those conditions, and then they will then make a determination whether or not you can qualify. Because Community Board 9 is basically shutting down for the summer, and the Transportation Committee is no longer going to be, there's no more committees for the transportation for the summer. The best bet for you at this point is to go back to your block association, talk to your president, neighbors, see if they are in agreement, and then take those solid letters and petitions or whatever, and go straight to the Department of Transportation and submit your request. And if you can get your other neighbors to also put in a request, that also helps, because they look at how many people are asking.
Okay. Yeah, and if there isn't, I'll definitely, I mean, I know some of my neighbors who are a little bit more involved, or who are involved, and they might know who's running the block association. It's a little hard to, figure out who actually is the block association president. But if I can figure that out, if there isn't one, is there an email address? And I'd be happy to go door to door to, get a petition signed. Is there an address to send it to?
Well, the
or
first
email
thing
address or a contact? Yeah.
You need to find out if you have a block association president or not.
Yeah.
You can definitely contact CB9. You can call, Khalif is here, works for CB9, so you can put that request to find out if there is a block association attached to your block. You can also go to the local precinct, to your community affairs officer, and they would also have a list of the block associations and the names of the presidents and the telephone numbers. So those are two ways that you can find out.
Okay.
Once you do that, and if you find out you don't have a block association, and that could happen, you may not have a block association, but if you do want, if it would then be important to get those signatures from your residents, and then you could just go online and Google open streets, and they have right there.
I saw their little survey on their little survey monkey thing. And I had my neighbors. I had like 5 of my neighbors submit something. Okay.
Also, Khalif also has the name of the representative from the Department of Transportation who was at the meeting yesterday. So he can also give you that number. Khalif, you have that number for her? For the
I can give you the contact information.
April 3rd, that Friday.
Okay, so then what you can do is you can call her directly, representing the Department of Transportation, and then you can also follow up with her. So any questions that you have, she's the liaison program.
Okay.
You're right.
Great. No, this is exactly what I needed. I just need more leads. Yeah, exactly. I just need more leads, more, I've been going up and down the ramp at Medgar Evers, and we're not supposed to be doing that. Security guard came and told us we're not supposed to scooter on the ramp, and you're like, well, we got to have somewhere to go.
Right. So definitely you want to talk, but again, reach out to your neighbors because that's going to be really important because you need to get community support for it. Because that can be it could be a little tense sometimes about that because people don't know what it means, if they depend upon parking, they're wanting to know how, if that's going to impede. So there's, and also getting that information from
I
the
think
woman.
the last day of physical was March 30th. March 20th.
Thank you. Okay, Erica M. Belfort. Perfect. Yeah, I have the Open Streets HTML. Perfect. I am copying that down right now. Yeah, I'll have to go to battle with the car owners. Such is life.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. This is excellent.
Well, thank you for dialing in. This is it's really nice to have new faces, new voices. Sometimes it's challenging to have people bring ideas and follow it through. It's really nice when we connect everything together, or we hear issues and we can do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time check, 7:30. Any questions for me or any that we can is there anything that I could answer? Any questions or anybody? And unfortunately, my phone just died, and that was our visual. So all you're going to do is see our or hear our voice, and no longer see us. But we can see you. All right. Well, I have nothing else on my agenda. I don't want to hold everybody up because it is a really lovely evening, and we do have a queue. So if anybody's hoping to get out, I can call this meeting unless you want to share before we go.
No, that's great. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks so much. And again, go to the general meeting if you're available. Khalid and the CB9 office will be emailing out the connection information. And if your email is not on the list, Khalid, they'll just email the board and say they want to be involved. Or Khalid, is that the best way to make sure that they get the meeting invite for the general meeting?
Sorry, when is the meeting again?
Okay, he can't hear us. So it's like the 4th day of the month. So he said it was 23rd.
Okay.
Board, and just, sorry. So we have 2 new members here tonight, and if they wanted to get the email blast for the general meeting, do they just email the board and their email?
Just email the office email and request to be placed onto the blast. Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah, we just put them in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are you guys all set? Did everybody, Khalid, you got their emails?
I have it here in the chat. Yes.
Okay,
Great.
perfect. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you have an excellent summer, and then please bring your interest and your ideas come the fall, or definitely next 2 weeks from now, be in the general meeting. All right, good night, you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good night. Thank you.
For waving.
Good night. Take care. Good night.
Okay. All right. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Good night, Khalid.
All right, take care. Have a good one.